So just hold on a moment. Just to point out, that's the box office over there. That is where some of the exhibit is, but then the doors there. This is the main bit. Now I don't know. I think what I'll do is not show too much of the work, because I don't know about that at the moment. But we can cut that in later if somebody wants to. So just talk again about what do you think the moving part of it is different in what way to the still images?
What's interesting about it is because it's a straight interpretation of information. In a way, it's kind of the same as a garage. That's my undertaking of it, because it's feeding straight from brain reading. So if you've kind of got the eyes to see it, then it should have all that information embodied in it. So from that point of view, I think there's some kind of feel of movement support, because you kind of get the temporal aspect of the quickness of events inside the brain, which I think is very interesting.
Do you agree with me? I think that this moving image that we've got here, video, whatever you want to call it, is only going to work in a gallery, really. It wouldn't work online, because it's too slow and it's too big. That's my guess about it.
Yes, I think you need something quite immersive. I think online's a very different environment for stuff. I think it could be of interest, but I think sort of, as with lots of art, I think you kind of have to see it in the flesh to really have the experience of it. In general, I think that's the case. Even with sort of old masters' paintings and stuff, you can see reproductions, but it's not quite the same as being in the room with it. And the more kind
so why is a screen this size in a gallery real life, and a screen at your home online isn't?
Well, I think some of it's to do with you have a psychology that you put on when you enter into spaces. When you're at home, you kind of it's your space, you're in control. You operate at a slightly different level. When you enter into a gallery space, you kind of have all these cues that you've sort of been built up there as you go in. That this is a gallery. It's kind of I think there's something a little bit ritualistic about it, in setting your mind to being receptive to a certain form of stimulation. I would imagine that theoretically you might be able to do that in online on-screen kind of environment, but I think you'd have to have some kind of buffer zone. So, and you probably need to sort of have it established for a while for you to learn it. So, I mean, just guessing, but some kind of like specific gateway where you start to get the cues of, okay, this is the kind of experience that I'm settling into. It's not my fast web surfing, it's not my clicking open 7 different windows at the same time. I'm going into something where I'm kind of trying to open myself up to experience something. And I think that you kind of need to have this familiar kind of almost few motifs to kind of help cue you into getting that. But I think theoretically you could do it.
But going to an actual gallery might be easier.
I think you're probably just set up for it, and I think that there's a long history of it being sort of established and ready to go, just straight as a sort of gallery experience. You know it, but I think that it's partly to do with your entering into and out of the spaces, and kind of in a way it's a little bit a step too far. But you know, if you go into the church, you know that whole building is designed to sort of set up a particular kind of experience in it, and I think sort of museums likewise, you know, you have this familiar idea and your physical movement into it kind of sets you up for it, which I think you could probably achieve online, but it's sort of at the moment nothing's buffered in quite the same way, because it's kind of like all very much in immediacy.
Okay, well listen, the light's gone all oh no, it's coming back again, but the lighting on the videos that I'm doing, my editor is always complaining. So I think I'm going to stop there, okay, but we could come back later.